Hi guys, it's Drawala here, and today I'm going to be taking you along as I show you my line art process, and you're going to see how I'm going to color this Princess Peach picture. It's so adorable, it's got Peach and Toad, but before we get on to that video, please make sure to hit that big subscribe because it just makes my day when you guys do. Give this video a thumbs up and hit the bell to receive notifications so you guys know every time I post a new video. Alright, so here I'm starting out with my Prismacolor liners. I'll pop in a picture right here. I got them from Amazon and I've always been using them. They've never really let me down, so I just always stick to these liners. They're really good and they don't smudge when I put the markers on them. So my first step in my liner process is I outline the whole outside of the drawing. As you can see, I'm not going in on the inside. It's only the things that are on the outside. And I'm doing this with my biggest liner. So I think I'm using the number 3 for this one. Then I go on the inside and I do some of the details, but I don't touch the face at all. And these details I'm using, I think, number 1, that's right. I'm using my number 1 liner here. And I'm really happy with the way this picture turned out. I really wanted to do something from Super Mario. I've been wanting to do it for a while, just because I think Mario is probably my favorite Nintendo game. I know a lot of people like Zelda. I really like Zelda too, but I think in my heart Mario will always be at the top. Make sure to leave a like if you guys would want to see me draw more characters from Nintendo. And I didn't want to draw just Peach because I felt like the picture needed something, so I knew I had to include Toad because in all the old Mario games it was always Toad with Peach, so I thought I had to include him. And now, as you guys see, I'm moving on to Toad's face. And for his face, I'm using the thinnest liner I have, which is 005. I decided to make Toad's eyes a little cutesy, so I add like a second dot in them. I don't know if I added it yet. Yeah, I think I'm going to add it in a little bit, because I think Toad is just adorable, and I really just wanted to play off the fact of how adorable he really is. Now for Princess Peach, I was super careful going about her face because I really didn't want to mess it up. So I'm like really carefully lining the eyes and the eyebrows and the nose. And I made sure to wait a little bit just so that the colors didn't smudge. Oh yeah, a tip. Whenever you're using liners, make sure you always wait before you actually color over with a marker, just so that the line art doesn't smudge. And for Peach, I did her eyes a little bit different than I normally do when I draw characters. It's because she has a specific kind of eye. Same thing with Mario and Luigi, like they all have this eye. So I was kind of just trying to combine her eyes with my eyes. And I'm really happy with the way it turned out, so not mad about that at all. And I did this like fancy bubble font to write her name, Princess Peach. And for this font, I'm going in with my thickest liner, a liner even thicker than the outline I did of the characters. For this line art, I think this is with my 8. So just a quick overview. For my line art, I do thickest on the outside, then thinner for the details, and thinnest for when I'm doing the faces. That way, it's hardest for me to mess up on the face if it's with a thin line art. Oh, I love this part. When I was coloring in her dress, I was trying to find the right pink because I don't know, all my pinks were either too bright or too dark. None of them were looking too great, but there's this one pink that I always use for blush in my characters, and I tried it out and I really liked the way it looked. So when I'm coloring this dress, I decided if I'm going to color it with this pink, I can't use the same pink for the blush. So I used a different pink. It didn't come out as nice as my blush always does, but it's okay. I'm really happy with the way the dress turned out, so I think it was worth it. And here I'm going in with a little bit of a darker pink. Oh, and I just realized that I hadn't put a paper under it. So my papers in back of it bled through. And I'm just like, oh great, all my colors bled through on another paper. So now I'm just putting a paper in. It's okay. better late than never, right? And for shading, I didn't want to go too crazy on shading because this video was more about line art, not really about shading. And I just wanted the line art to be very apparent, so I didn't shade too heavily today, not at all. Pretty much if I colored with the color, I just waited for that color to dry and I went over it with that same exact color to give it a little bit of a darker tone. Now I think I'm going to move on to her skin. And she has a pale skin tone, so I made sure, again, not to shade heavily at all. And I made sure to keep it consistent, just so that she has an even skin tone, and it ended up working, which I'm very happy about. Oh yeah, here I'm doing the blush. It comes off darker, but after you wait a while it dries, and then I wasn't really able to see it, which was a little bit unfortunate, but it's okay. Maybe next time I'll go over it a little bit more, just that this blush comes through more. It's okay. Experimenting teaches you stuff, so not that big of a deal. Now, her blue that she has on her dress is a little bit more darker. It's more like a, just like a normal bright blue, but I wanted it to be a little bit lighter just because I didn't want it to pop that much from the dress. I wanted to keep the colors, you know, kind of the same, and I wanted it to be more pastel. So what I did was I had this light blue, and I just used the light blue and I shaded a little bit with the dark blue and I blended it in. So it came off a little bit darker than it was, but I'm happy with the way it turned out. And now I'm going to move on to her golden hair. I was excited for this part because, you know, Peach's hair is just so pretty. Honestly, all of the Mario characters' hair is like so nice, like Rosalina's, Daisy's. Leave a thumbs up if you guys agree, because I really like the way they design their characters. I just think all of them have their own kind of unique look, and I really like it. I wonder, if Nintendo were to design another princess character, what would it look like? And then for her crown, okay, I was a little bit torn on her crown because her crown is yellow and her hair is yellow, so I had to make sure that they weren't the same yellow so that it didn't look odd. So I used this more muted yellow for her crown, like kind of like a almost greenish yellow. I mean, I guess it looks okay. I just hope it didn't blend in too much. Oh yay, and now moving on to Little Toad, everyone's favorite. And for Toad, I think I shaded him in more than I actually did shade Peach. I don't know, I didn't do it on purpose, and it was just an accident, but yeah. Oh, also for Toad, his blue is darker, it's more of like a navy blue, but I just used that same blue that I used with Peach, because again, I was trying to stick with like the same color tone. And for his little circle thingies on his head, color that in. Oh, Toad is just adorable. What can I say? He's super cute. And you see, for the circles, I used a Prismacolor red, not my Ohuhu red, because I feel like the Ohuhu reds are more pink or more bright, and I just wanted just, you know, like a normal red. If you guys are interested in watching my Prismacolor video, I'll leave a link down below for sure. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. This is the finished product. If you guys are interested in how I got these nice ombre letters, stay tuned because a video like that is going to be coming up. Anyway, please make sure to subscribe, hit the like, and hit the bell to receive notifications for every time I post a video. See you guys next time. Bye!